Okay. Hello! It's me, Mr.TheSweDragon. That person who makes videos of various weird games and such, and sometimes not so weird games. And yeah, it's been a while since I ever did something which involves talking for the channel. This is going wonderful. I'm so out of touch with this. Anyway, so I just wanted to drop by here just to talk about a couple of things about the channel, about what's been going on, and a little bit about the comic I mentioned I'll be working on. Let's see, what am I supposed to do here? Okay, something wrong? Yeah, whatever. Yes, anyway, I just want to talk about a couple of things, channel, and what's been happening recently, the comic I've been set up and working on in the last of these update videos, and what I'm generally currently planning right now. So let me just get this list here. Okay, so first things off. Hey, my channel has reached 200 subscribers. That for like 5 years of working on. Oh, it's gotta be more than that. Let's see. What's the? Let me check here. 50. I got like almost 500 videos here. It's gonna take a while. Is there an easy way to do this? Nope. Guess not. Wait, hold on. I could do it like this, and yeah, I'm just checking something in the browser. This is so professional. Let's see. Oh god, 2015. This channel's over 10 years old. Holy shit. I didn't realize that. Technically, it's a bit older than that since I did upload. Well, actually, no, it is 10 years old. Shit. That's kind of insane, actually. I didn't realize that until now. Oh well. Okay, how about instead of just let's do this. That's a bit better. So yeah, it only took like 10 years, but it's finally reached like 200 subscribers, which is, I mean, I appreciate the fact that I've gotten so far, but on one hand, I'm not trying to become super famous on this website or in general. I'm just uploading stuff that I care about. And apparently that doesn't really get you a lot of views or whatever. Which is a bit unfortunate, but honestly it might also be a blessing since, again, I'm not trying to be famous and such because I don't really want that attention. Let's see, anything interesting going on here? Not really. Yeah, thank you for everybody who subscribed and such, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Nothing more to say about it. So what else is there on this list? Right, what I've been doing as of late. Honestly, not much. Not much at all. I mentioned before I wanted to work on that comic I mentioned before. And yeah, there's not been much progress on that. In fact, I have to redo a couple of things because I was unhappy with the current results of what I've been making so far. And yeah, I still have a lot of lack of motivation in general, which really slows down the production of what I do stuff. The reason why it takes so long for me to make videos from time to time is because I usually don't feel like working on them, and so I just simply don't. Let's see. Right, this is where the ornaments are. Yeah. So, and it's still mostly the case. I don't really have much motivation to work on stuff since I'm busy with real life stuff. And sometimes I just rather just play some more games for fun and do some other things. So, not a lot of progress. I will still show what I have been doing as of later on. And let's see, what else is there on this list? Right, so this is the week meaty part here. I have been thinking about getting back to making videos a bit more frequently now, working on a couple of projects. However, there's something I've decided I will no longer do because frankly, I'm sick of doing those things. The main part is walkthroughs slash let's plays. I'm pretty much just decided I don't want to work on those anymore. Maybe not quite forever, but for now, definitely not. This includes any projects I have left unfinished, either from bonus videos I promised I would make to entire playthroughs, specifically Fire Emblem Three House. I just don't want to work on them anymore. I've done so many fucking JRPGs and I'm so sick of making videos of them. They're too damn long, they take forever to play through, and then you have to go record everything, make sure everything is running smoothly, and you got everything, that there's no issues with them, and then you have to go through the effort of editing them together. It's not just a big deal with shorter games, but for longer games, my god. I'm honestly surprised I managed to get through like Fallout 3, The World Ends With You, and the Kingdom Hearts, considering how damn long those games are. And I've been pretty thorough with some of those games too, like Kingdom Hearts, which I showed pretty much all of the things except for like the gummy ship stuff, because frankly that sucks ass and I don't want to do them more than necessary. Well, okay, they're not that bad, but they are kind of boring. And Fallout 3, I pretty much just showed off almost everything you could see without going back and redoing the things you did before. And again, it was a game that was... I saw you. I saw what you did. Anyway, so yeah, I pretty much showed off almost everything you could do in that game. All the side quests, all the miscellaneous stuff, all the DLCs. And yeah... Not sure if that would count as 100% since there's a lot of collectibles I didn't gather, but... that's not really a thing I wanted to do, so whatever. But yeah, I don't want to work on any playthroughs any longer. They just take too damn much time and effort, and I want to preserve that for other projects, especially the comic. I'm already short enough in motivation as it is. Now about some other videos. The casual videos where you just play a game and then commentate over them and then catch some interesting parts. Those I definitely want to do in the future. I actually really did enjoy doing those. So I will check if I can... I still got the save file for Scribblenauts. And then maybe I'll continue on that save file until maybe I'll get to the end at some point. See how far I can get myself to there. And if I can't do it, or once I'm done with that, I'll see what other game I can do a casual one. Maybe I'll go back to Don't Starve and try to survive longer than one season. Maybe this time start at the fall so I can get the proper experience. Maybe I'll find something else to play through. Let's see. What else isn't there? Multiplayer games. Specifically matches where I showcase gameplay and such, like the T-Think stuff, Super Royale, and maybe some other stuff. I wouldn't mind doing those, but... well, there's a couple of problems with some of the games I've done before. The T-Think is basically on death row. The player base is abysmally low. You're lucky you can get even more than 10 players in a playing at the same time nowadays. That's because the development team has basically just closed house, and there are no more updates, no more maintenance. And while they don't have any announcements to shut down as of yet, from what I know, it's going to be hard to get a match going unless you like get people together to play the game. Let's see. Yeah, still no updates since December 2014. And let me just check some other stuff. Receive Steam charts on SteamDB. 13 players in game. That's just pathetic. That's absolutely pathetic. Highest peak was 29, and now it's like on the 3rd of August. Yeah, this game's basically dead. And it's really a shame, actually. I really did enjoy playing the game. But honestly, the player base has just been so low for like years. Looking back here, yeah. It's always been around the hundreds before, but now it's like barely over 20. That's depressing. It's really depressing. So yeah, I don't think we'll be doing any more Deceive Inc. videos because, well, for one thing, there are barely any players left, so there's not much to see through here. And on another point, I suck at the game. I can barely manage to win a match, nonetheless get enough kills to make it more interesting. I mean, I got in matches where I got more than 2 kills than on the videos, but not that I recorded. It's only because of like this Steam replay thing or a recording thing that allows me to be able to do all those videos, because they make it super convenient. You know, as long as you're not bugging out, not recording the audio or some other issues. But yeah, that's probably not going to be a thing anymore, and that's depressing, but hey, that's life. Especially with live service games. Now, Super Animal Royale, I definitely want to do so, but I haven't really played the game much. I'm more or less just waiting for the world's update they're working on. Probably going to be a while before we get to that. Any other games? I don't know, maybe. I've been playing a lot of Disney Speedstorm, and I think I can actually provide some interesting footage from that, but honestly, the multiplayer is kind of a drag, since ranked multiplayer absolutely sucks. For those of you who don't know, in ranked you have to use your racers that you have to level through out there. So everybody is actually not on an even playing field, meaning that players have played more or paid money to level their characters are at an immediate advantage. And that just sucks. There is the regulated multiplayer, but there's not really much point to doing so, since there are very little rewards you get from doing that. It is much more fun, but maybe I'll record a couple of footage if I feel like doing so at some point. I'm actually pretty decent at the game, so maybe I can do something interesting there. Okay, I think that's enough of this island. Let's go to the other one over here. Oh, that's not what I'm going to press. That's not the button either. Control Shift Q. Come on. Control Shift Q. Control Q? Shift Alt? How do I do this? Control Alt R? R, there we go. There we go. Just wait for the models to load. Oh dear. Yeah, these guys are a thing we can do, but I'm not going to do it. There we go. Why are a bunch of graduates all over the place? Oh, right, because I'm next to the university or college, I guess. Whatever. Oh, right, talking about the stuff here. Let's see. Okay, so maybe do multiplayer games, but don't hold your breath. Now, Nintendo games, well, that's kind of another reason why I didn't want to do the Fire Emblem games anymore. Okay, I don't hate Nintendo like a lot of other people. I still like playing Nintendo games, but the problem is my recording device has kind of been acting up, and I can't really get it to work properly. And that's going to make it difficult if you can't like get the audio to work properly or sync up, or you know, it's going to be hard to record decent quality videos when it's not working properly. So I won't be able to record any games for my Nintendo consoles as of this moment, which sucks, but eh. Oh dear. They're playing the little animation that you do get from one of the credits. Is that a hot air balloon? Oh, that's just a bird. Is that an eagle? It's really fascinating. Anyway, where are... I think I'm in the farms. Yeah, I think I'm in the farms and tractors and such. Okay, anything else in here? Games with friends, unlikely. I do play with my friends, but unless something special happens, like we're playing a limited time event, and I want to remember the stuff we did, probably not going to be much videos of those nature. Sorry. And let's see, what else? Random videos, like, yeah, probably. If I feel like something interesting happening. Again, don't hold your breath. Those are very regular. And anything else? Yes, live streams. Probably not any more live streams anymore because I barely get any people on my live streams. There's barely anyone watching besides my friends. And even less people actually putting effort into putting stuff in the chat. Which is kind of depressing when the whole point of a streaming is that you get to interact with your audience. But whatever, no big loss. If there was the games I've done streams of, I can just do like casual videos of if I wanted to continue on those. So, oh well. I mean, it kind of sucks. I was kind of hoping I would be able to get a decent amount of audience that would watch over once in a while. And then maybe we could play some Jackbox because that would be excellent for streaming. I've streamed Jackbox a couple of times and gotten some random scene for some pretty fun matches. It's pretty good. But, I mean, maybe in the future, if this channel goes a little bit more active and popular, that would require me to upload more often, which is probably not going to happen. So, yeah. Whoa. You, sir, are going incredibly fast. What does that sign say? Stop. Stop. Okay, I'll read this one is. Express for hire. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so just a comic. Alright, so I'm gonna cut it here in editing and you'll get to see me talk about the comic, the stuff I've done, the stuff I need to do, and why it's gonna take like 10 years for me to finish it. Yeah. So, edit here. Alright, let's see here. So, this is where I've stored all the stuff for the comic. And of course, some of these are in Swedish, so you can't read the stuff, but whatever. So, let's see. Old stuff. This would be the stuff I showed before, and some of the things that I actually made some progress with. But, so, this would be the intro for the story of the comic. Setting up the whole what's happening and why the characters are doing stuff, but the problem is that it focuses too much on characters that are not that important for the story. I mean, honestly, I'm not too bothered with the quality of them. They're not great, but one of the reasons I wanted to make the comic is that I could improve my art skills and practice making stories and such. So the quality, while it varies, it's fine enough for the purpose. But the problem is it focuses on these two characters who are overall very unimportant to the overall story. They're just people who work in this museum, and yeah, that's pretty much all there is to it. They just aren't important at all. This one is somewhat important to the story, and these are the unfinished ones. Let's see, there are more pages here. Let's see, let's get the software up and running. This is supposed to be the next page. I've inked all the panels. You just need to add color and such and shading. But yeah, I figured I just didn't like all this stuff, so I'm just gonna scrap it. So yeah. And this is supposed to be like what happens after the introduction. And it's supposed to introduce the actual main characters. Now I am going to keep most of this stuff, but I decided to also redo them just to make them a bit more. Yeah, well, yeah, well, yeah, whatever. So anyway, here's the actual introduction I'm working on right now. Hold on, let's see. Can I set it so that it's talkers, comic manager, open. There we go. There we go. So now I can show all the pages. So this is supposed to like showcase what happens after the museum got robbed of this statue here. introducing the more important characters of the story. And these ones are supposed to be like villains. And these are your sketches. And I will touch them up a bit and make them a bit fancier, maybe change a couple of things here and there. And yeah, that probably should be all I'm going to show for the moment for this. Let's see. Can I find the first page of the thing I wanted to work on? Here we go. So here's the scenes after the introduction. And here's the main character. Stuff here. It is going to be a bit same as the original, but it's a bit more refined. So I more or less got to the same point I got, well, not quite, but almost the same point I got to before. But yeah. Anyway, enough of that. Because I still got quite a bit of work to finish up after this. Yes, you can see all the other stuff I've been working on here. Actually, I may as well also show some of the other stuff I made. I haven't really worked much on the comic, but I have been making some doodles and other images from here and there. This is one I just recently finished, just a little bit of practice drawing the characters, a little bit of background practice, even though it's very minimalistic. Still, any practice is good practice. I don't know if I showed this before, but yeah, this is a very old one. Let's see. Yeah, the Phoenix Wright inspired roundabout turnabout. What a silly name. I wonder if the actual Capcom, I wonder if Capcom is actually going to use that. Let's see. Anything else new? And online heroes, villains. Yeah, so these are the characters here. Manny, one of the main protagonists. Let's see. Yeah. Get a little bit idea of what kind of person he is. Another one. I've been meaning to make these cards of the other characters too, but lack of motivation, aka laziness. There's another one. Lupin. Yeah, probably I'm revealing a bit more than I should, but oh well. Ideas, stuff I just put in here, designs. Yeah, some people are going to be very curious about the names, if they even care about it at all. Oh, hey, look, my old streaming images. I actually made them all myself, and I basically just made this one, and then just added words to it, changed the colors, so they're all basically just the same image, just with different background color and texts, which I hand drew. Kind of happy with how it looks like though. But yeah. Right, I don't think I ever got to use this one, but oh well. Maybe I can reuse them if I ever go back to streaming. Probably not though. That's a very funky looking log. And yes, the next big thing, the game I got stuck because of a stupid grammar puzzle. Or whatever it's supposed to be. I'll probably just do a casual thing of finishing that up because I don't want to do streams anymore. Anything else? Oh, that's not what I wanted. I think I'm showing a bit too much here. No, I think that's all. No, I think that's all. Yeah, I think that's everything I wanted to show for now. Oh wait, oh god, these are the very old. So this is like this actually the comic I actually had an idea for like a real long time ago. I'd say almost, let's see, 2019. Yeah, so this comic it is really old. And this is the more early unrefined version. I actually had some finished pages here too, but At some point, I had issues with Windows and had to reinstall it, and I lost a couple of these files, and these were the only ones that I managed to salvage. It's honestly not a big deal though, because these pages are crap. And maybe I'll show you more about them later, but yeah, that's about it. Back to the main video! Alright, so we're back. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So, yeah, so maybe I'll try to put more effort into putting up stuff in this channel a bit more. Maybe not, but we'll see. Anyway, that's all I really wanted to say. And I think I'm just gonna wander around a little bit more. I have no idea where I am. Oh wait, no, I do actually. I'm in the place where I got the power plants in. That I can supply with the engineers and the investors with power. And so they all live here in this part of the island. Okay. Yeah, that's it. Alright. See ya.